Hey, what's up, guys and girls? It's Jesse Daly in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. Let's take a look at what's going on out in the tropics and if we could potentially expect Tropical Storm Jerry. All right, everybody, let's jump right into what's happening. We actually already now have Tropical Storm Jerry. Jerry is the 10th named cyclone of the Atlantic hurricane season for 2025. And this storm, my friends, could be a very close call for the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico and portions of the Leeward Islands. Let's take a quick look at where Jerry is, first of all. Jerry is currently located around 45 west longitude at around 12 degrees latitude. Jerry is packing maximum sustained winds of around 45 miles per hour. It's moving very quickly toward the west at 24 miles per hour. This system is expected to become a hurricane, at least a Category 1 hurricane, sometime on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, October 7th. Now, as we can see, this cone of uncertainty here is very close to portions of the Lesser Antilles Islands. Actually, it is overlapping a couple of the northern islands up here. I am here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm on St. Croix. We are not in the cone of uncertainty right now from the National Hurricane Center, but I want to show you some interesting things that are happening. First, let's look at the infrared satellite imagery of the Atlantic Basin, and we can see Tropical Storm Jerry is moving across the main development region. It is certainly organizing well. Infrared satellite imagery is looking at the temperature of cloud tops. So the darker colors you see, the colder cloud tops, and that is typically indicative of strong convection. High cloud tops that have built up very high into the atmosphere. Here's a close-up of Tropical Storm Jerry. And again, we can definitely see more convection occurring, and this system is certainly strengthening. So we have to watch it really closely. Now, I want to take you over, my friends, to look at the what could potentially be expected in terms of potential impacts from this system. First, let's look at the key messages here for Tropical Storm Jerry. National Hurricane Center has noted that Jerry is forecast to pass near or just north of the northern Leeward Islands. That includes the USVI and Puerto Rico Thursday night and Friday. Interests there should monitor the progress of the storm as there is a risk of wind, surf, and rainfall impacts. Watches may be required for a portion of that area later today or tonight. We'll see if we get watches here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm not sure that we will as of yet. I do want to show you the wind speed probabilities, and we can see that at least around St. Thomas area, you've got about a 30% chance of receiving tropical storm force winds. And of course, that risk increases the closer to the core of the system. Now, speaking of the core of the storm, there is a lot of uncertainty about where this is going to go still, and I want to show you why. Again, I already showed you the path here, and it looks pretty consistent for the next couple of days, but once we get to around Thursday, really when the storm is getting close to the islands, there is a spread in the models. And I'm just going to show you here a website called Cyclocane, and we can really see the spread that I'm talking about. We're looking here at around, let's see, October 10th, that's Friday, 8 in the morning. Look at how many, these are different computer forecast models. Look, this is the main track. Look at how many models are spread across here. Some of them are taken right across where I am, St. Croix. Some of them are taking a little farther out. So this is, again, an cone of uncertainty, right? So if this system can remain, it's moving west right now. If this system can remain staying west rather than making a turn to the west-northwest, the longer it stays west, the more this track is going to shift. And a lot of people are going to be impacted if this thing moves farther west and into the closer to the islands. Regardless, this is going to be a close call. But I think it's really important, my friends, to if you're basically anywhere in the Lesser Antilles at this point, which is, all the way, the island chain from, I would say, around, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, all the way up to, Anguilla, Puerto Rico, we really got to watch this closely, because any little wobbles, and they happen all the time. We saw that with Hurricane Aaron. That storm came so close to the U.S. Virgin Islands and other areas. I was shocked, honestly, that we didn't even get a tropical storm watch for that. We did have a tropical storm warning for the 10 miles offshore, a marine tropical storm warning, 10 miles offshore north of Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. But I was surprised that we didn't get a tropical storm watch, because the storm really came a lot closer than was originally predicted, and that was a Cat 5. So we're going to watch this really closely. Please hit that subscribe button if you wouldn't mind here on my channel. I'm here in St. Croix. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully this makes that turn, that curve away, and no one is impacted. I do expect we will have some impacts, though. So stay safe out there, and make sure that you are following the National Hurricane Center. And as always, I will keep an eye on the tropical skies, come rain or shine.